Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubzala, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. UK didn't endorse Sunday Igboho's petition for Yoruba Nation, says federal government. There is light at the end of the tunnel, federal government assures Nigerians. Amehule, 24 Rivers Assembly members, seats vacant, Okojumbo insists. North Korea blows up roads connecting to South Korea. Now, top on what's trending, the federal government on Tuesday said the petition by Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho, also known as Sunday Igboho, calling on the United Kingdom to consider the Yoruba Nation was not endorsed by the UK government. In a statement, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Uche Abu Obe, described media reports on the petition as highly misleading. Following media reports on the petition submitted by Sunday Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, the British High Commissioner in Nigeria was invited to shed light on the issue, he said. During the meeting, the High Commissioner noted with concern that the matter was overblown, indicating that the media reports were highly misleading. And now to the reactions. Onyi Don China alleged, Sunday is a Nigerian, Kanu is an Igbo man. Different laws for Igbos. If not, I don't know why Sunday isn't in prison too. Next reaction is from Emmy saying, Nnamdi Kanu is still in jail. Sunday is walking freely and still agitating for separation under the same law in Nigeria. And the last comment on this story is from Baman Peter saying, a broken up Nigeria does not work for our colonizers. They need it whole to further their agenda. Next on what's trending, the federal government has assured Nigerians of better days ahead as it enacts policies aimed at revamping the nation's economy. After coming to power last year, President Bola Tinubu brought in reforms billed as a way to revive the economy and attract foreign investment. However, Nigerians have seen fuel prices soar and inflation hit a 3-decade high since Tinubu ended a fuel subsidy and floated the naira currency. Speaking at the 30th anniversary of the Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, assured Nigerians that despite the hardship in the land, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And now responding to that, one Ezi Godson said, now person will reach end of tunnel go know if light day or not. Next is from Mazi Adebayo saying, I don't buy torchlight to reach the end of the tunnel. And Benny Blaze wrote, before you reach end of tunnel, Gary don't blind everybody eyes. Them no go see the color of the tunnel. Next on what's trending, wealthy Nigerians earning 100 million naira and above monthly will face a 25% personal income tax rate if a new tax bill is passed by the National Assembly. This was stated by the chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, during a breakout session at the ongoing 30th Nigeria Economic Summit organized by the Nigerian Economic Summit Group and the Ministry of Budget and National Planning on Monday in Abuja. According to him, 90% of the current taxpayers are people who should not be taxed. He advocated for a more streamlined and equitable tax system in the country. Oyedele emphasized the need to strike a balance between easing the tax burden for lower income earners and ensuring the wealthy contribute more to government revenue. He said the government is prepared and determined to ensure that the right individuals pay taxes, noting that his committee is actively working to achieve the goal. And the first comment on this story is from Jay Onyeka saying, people will pay taxes when they see their taxes being used to give them a better life, not using their taxes to buy yachts and new jets or renovating VP's residence with 20 billion naira. They face bad roads, no electricity, insecurity. What is the tax for? For one government official to loot it and refuse to even be investigated by EFCC? One Max Chibuzo opined, it's unfair that the government expects citizens to shoulder all responsibilities while neglecting its own duties. In our country, we've become self-governing, providing our own security, electricity, water, healthcare, and more. Yet, the government still demands we fund their inefficiencies and past debts through taxes and other means. David is of the opinion that any man not actively trading in Nigeria and running a business in Nigeria should not lead this country. They simply don't know the effects of their policies. And the Federal Ministry of Education has announced that the new curriculum for basic education will commence across schools in January 2025, while the new curriculum for senior secondary education will also commence by September 2025. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, disclosed this on Monday, October 14th in Abuja at a stakeholders meeting on the implementation of the new curriculum, which includes several skills to equip pupils for life. According to the minister, the new skills acquisition to be introduced would have a multiplier effect by equipping students with 21st century skills. The minister said the meeting was convened to discuss the modality and as well tidy some aspects of the curriculum, while also giving a timeline for implementation, support, monitoring, and evaluation. Now, responding to that, one Grace Emmanuel said, "This is really commendable, and equally, the university curriculum needs to be redesigned as well. Technical courses should be propagated, whereas outdated courses scrapped out." One Emmy Cloud wrote, "What about those who have the skill, yet no funds to set one?" And one Collins opined, "It's about time, better late than never." The Rivers State House of Assembly, led by Victor Oko-Jumbo, on Tuesday restated its resolve that the legislative seats of Martin Emahule and 24 others remain vacant following their defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress (APC) on December 11, 2023. The Assembly also said the seats must be filled through a by-election to be conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The Speaker of the group, Victor Oko-Jumbo, in a statement, explained that the 25 legislative seats were declared vacant on December 13, 2023 by the then legitimately recognized Speaker, Edison Ehi. He expressed regret over the delay by INEC to conduct by-elections to fill the seats, noting that the inability of INEC to do the needful since December 13, 2023 has created room for what he called unnecessary distractions from Amahwele and his committee of friends. Now responding, one Paolo Medici wrote, "A very illegitimate speaker. Stop making a joke of our constitution." Another person said, "Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good people of River State are behind you and you have our support. Those committee of friends can go to Abuja and be with their pro-master and Abuja courts." One Balo_NG wrote, "These people are pushing Fubara to end his career. Court of Appeal has upheld the judgment of the lower court. The governor has said he is going to appeal the judgment at the Supreme Court, but these four people are here making unnecessary utterances that might provoke the Supreme judges." And let's go on a quick break. We'll be back in no time. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's Newsfeed. And now to more stories. Justice M.O. Dawodu of the Ika High Court has issued an interim order restraining social critic Masins Ose, aka Very Dark Man, from further circulating or publishing any defamatory video or comment against legal expert Femi Falana. Ruling on an ex parte application on Monday, October 14th, the presiding judge ordered Very Dark Man to delete defamatory comments and videos concerning Falana from all his social media pages. While giving the ruling on Monday, the judge also ruled that the Falanas can serve VDM court papers through his lawyer, Deji Adeyanju. The court also held that Falana has 14 days to file the pre-action bundle on VDM's lawyer and gave the order for VDM to delete any defamatory post against Falana on his page within 14 days from when this order was given. Recall that on Tuesday, September 24th, VDM released a purported audio conversation between Bobrisky and a male friend in which Bob claimed he spoke with Falz while he was in prison and that Falz and his dad, Femi Falana's son, tried to get him a presidential pardon for an exchange of 10 million naira. VDM in his reaction expressed disgust at Falz and his father for associating with Bobrisky and even asked if Falz they do, a comment some have interpreted to him questioning Falz sexuality. The Falanas have since denied helping Bobrisky to facilitate any presidential pardon. Now, Ekene Silva alleged the Nigerian justice system works for the rich and famous and work against the common citizens. We are not ready yet. Uzi_fashion_stores said, "Videos and posts we don't already go viral. If you delete it now, what difference does it make? Is that all you can do? I thought there is more." Another person said, "If we understand the intensity of defamation, would not be asking the court why they asked VDM to delete his post. Remember when you were little and someone accused you of what you didn't do? How did you feel about that? You might say he wasn't the one that called out their names, but then, now that he knows they are all innocent, don't you think it's only proper he deletes the post? And now on the foreign scene, North Korea has blown up roads linking it with South Korea, prompting warning shots at the border. The Korean People's Army KPA described the move as a self-defensive measure for inhibiting war. North Korea vowed last week to cut off the roads and railways to completely separate the two countries. After the explosions, the South Korean military said it had fired on its side of the border in a show of force and heightened surveillance of the north. Now responding, a lady said, "But they all look alike and all speak the same language. You can't differentiate between a North and South Korean, so what's the problem?" A user with the name It's Not Caroline wrote, "Things were going a lot better when Trump was in office." And one Mickey Royal Gold is of the opinion that the man will destroy everything. And now in sports, the Confederation of African Football has delisted the Group D second leg fixture of the ongoing 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifier between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. CAF published an updated game fixture on its X handle on Tuesday. However, it does not include the Libya versus Nigeria game. The game was earlier scheduled to take place in Libya by 8 p.m. on Tuesday, after the first leg took place in Godswill Akpabio Stadium, Oyo, on Friday. The Super Eagles beat the Mediterranean Knights by a lone goal in the dying minute of the game. However, the return leg has been greeted with controversy after the Super Eagles players and officials narrated their over 14 hours ordeal at the Libya airport, leading them to return home. Now a guy commented saying, "Abeg, tell Libya say we want play friendly for Godswill Akpabio Stadium. You go treat them well now." One Mary Johnson said, "I think CAF will observe Libya next match against another team. If any similar issues occurs, they will join the evidence at hand and then deal with them in a hard way." Paulie Graham wrote, "Imagine Libya that won't even qualify, stressing Nigeria because our leaders have failed us as a country." And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.